Okay, welcome to the podcast. Topic is why you don't want to take a day off work.
Yeah.
And we will get to that.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about first?
I feel like you've always got something for me that you...
I want to talk about this coffee that I just had. So you just whipped it up for me.
Jesus Christ.
And I am feeling really up and about. So I think it's just good to let's just label that.
Yeah.
Let's label that and appreciate that might be going on a little bit.
Oh, during the chat.
Yeah. I've just got a lot to say. I just feel like I've got a lot to say and all the neurons are absolutely firing. Because I thought because usually I have and I don't have to go into it, but usually I have a tea at this time.
Yeah.
And a tea works a bit better for me just to level me out a bit. But I've decided.
Why did you go the coffee?
Well, because I usually BYO tea in a thermos. As you, it's a special tea that I make.
Yeah.
But I forgot that this morning.
Yeah.
And then I got here. And then when you said to me, do you want a coffee or a tea?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, have a coffee.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
You know, you're very good at making coffees.
Yeah.
Used to be a barista, worth mentioning. And then
Thank
so I
you.
just went, I went, bugger it. I'm going to have a coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm regretting that decision, but I just think it's worth mentioning that I'm on fire.
It's...
I think you're just going to be dealing with that for the next
just talk
45.
At me for...
I know. No, I know. And I know I'm doing it. It's like I'm watching myself do it and I'm telling myself to stop, but I can't stop.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Great.
I think now that I've identified it, though, it'll be better. I think it's always good to label these things and then you can work through it from there.
Okay, great.
Final comment on that. You're partially to blame. You probably shouldn't have offered me a coffee.
Well,
Because we're in this together.
I was making Charlie a coffee, so I wanted to make you a coffee.
You're right. It would have been rude if you said, Charlie, do you want a coffee? Woody, you're on no coffee at the moment because we all know what you like.
Yeah.
That's right. That would have been rude.
So I think that'll make things interesting. For sure.
Let me just finish off this coffee here.
So I think the reason we're doing this, just so you know, just like
Get back on topic.
while I get a word in here.
Good idea.
The reason we're doing this is because I took a day off work yesterday, I imagine.
Yeah.
And we're talking about why that's difficult to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to have the day off yesterday?
No, it wasn't hard. It was actually really easy for me. But that's because I'm like practiced at doing it now.
So what was how did you get better at it? Or how have you got practiced at it?
So I took a mental health day effectively.
Yeah.
And I knew very early on that I'm so good at knowing whether or not like my mental health is in a position to go there. I always end up in a situation where I kind of start circling, well, the drain, and I know that there's going to be a day at some stage in the future where I will need to take a day off.
Do you have
I just know. I don't know when it's going to come either.
Yeah.
I just go like, I'm not in the right spot, and I end up in a bind, which is like, I feel we kind of touched on this in the last podcast, but I kind of end up in a situation where I'm trying too hard to be too good. I'm doing too many things.
Right,
To try.
sure.
I'm doing too many things. Like I
You're
know
trying to achieve a number of things and ticking off boxes and stuff.
There's someone once said something to me which I think is very, very relevant for me, and I hope it's relevant for other people. But I'm a very good carer. I'm very good at looking after people. I like doing it. Mm-hmm. It was kind of my role in my family growing up. So when it comes to looking after people, I do it subconsciously.
Sure.
So if you come over, I'll make you
Stupid.
I'll make you a coffee.
Taking too much care. Actually, the care here would have been give me a decaf behind my back.
Yeah, sure. I have got decaf, by the way. But I think what I didn't realise about carers is, and maybe if you know a carer, you'll realise this is the same, even if you're not a carer, is that carers have the same relationship with themselves as they do with other people.
So you're caring for yourself?
Yeah, you get a little bit too preoccupied with your own self-care.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, sorry, this is a marker for you that maybe a mental health day is coming, or let's say I don't know what you want to call when your mental health is poor. What do you call that? A bout?
Oh,
a
yes,
bout of... I'm just saying the right term. A funk? A bout?
Fuck. Brains on the fritz.
A fritzer?
A fritzer.
A fritzer's on the cards?
What did I have? I think I genuinely had like a depressive episode yesterday.
Episode is a good word.
I had, yeah. I think that's what they'd probably call it, a depressive episode.
So you know that a depressive episode is coming.
I have got a history of depression, by the way. I don't know why I eyeballed the camera there. I got to take that out.
Stop doing that.
Take that out of my.
You take me out of the moment when you break that fourth wall.
Sorry.
Stop breaking the fourth wall.
Sorry.
Stop acknowledging there's two people in this very small room and three cameras. You know, it's just you and me, baby.
Sorry.
Yes, you do. Worth mentioning.
What?
I
have got a history of depression. Yes, and it's why I'm increasingly good at doing this.
Yeah, and your awareness is so much better as well. Because
Yes.
I don't think I've known you when you wouldn't have known that the depressive episode was coming.
Yes,
that's obviously
right.
something that you've learned.
Yes.
But so is one of the, I'm not sure if marker is the right term to use here, but is one of your
Certainly better than bout.
is one of your markers
Yeah.
leading up to an episode.
Yeah.
So what, you're all of a sudden trying to take care a lot of yourself or thinking a lot about what do I need to do for myself to make myself better?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Interesting.
So it's almost like you get, well, so this is for me. It's like I know, and again, this is probably happening at a subconscious level. I know where I'm subconsciously at, which is that I'm holding on to too much, effectively. And then it's kind of like, it's kind of like, here's a good example. Okay. So, you know, when you go to, this is actually a great analogy. I'm really happy with this.
Awesome. Well done.
Just want you to know that.
This is the first time you've rolled this analogy out?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Can't wait to see it. See how it goes.
Okay. So, you know when your mum used to go to the supermarket,
Yeah.
right? And you'd go with her, and you had a big family like me. So, you know, if you went to the supermarket with mum, generally speaking, she's coming back with, this is back in the day of plastic bags as well.
Sure.
She's got, there's 20 plastic bags in the back of the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Like it
just
is
stacked. The boot
loaded
just stacked
with
Yeah,
plastic
yeah.
bags.
Yeah.
And whether you went to the shops with her or whether you were inside, you were part of the ferrying process.
Oh, you make yourself scarce pretty quickly, though.
You do, but my mum would
you hear the car
often,
pull
my
and
mum
get
would
out of
often
there.
like toot the horn, or
Yeah,
sometimes
ignore that.
she'd just open the front door and be like, "I need some help with the shopping."
Yeah.
And you're
I
like,
just hate that.
Yeah, it's shocking.
In the middle of stick cricket. Come on.
Okay,
mate.
perfect.
Oh.
Okay, exactly. You're doing something else,
Yeah, sure.
right? But you know that in order to get back to the thing that you were doing, you got to help out with the shopping.
Sure.
So generally speaking, your approach is get as many bags as you possibly can.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Or
So-
delay as long as possible, and then you hope to walk out
Well,
there and
you
go,
can avoid
oh,
it."
it's empty. You're kidding. I got here as quickly as I could.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you run to the toilet as she arrives.
Yes, and then you come out and you go, like, oh, you kidding?
Oh, I missed it.
I'll close the boot, guys. Don't worry. But yes, the other option is you want to try and get four
when
bags on each hand.
I would literally go in there and I'd be like, I'm going to get 10 bags each.
Yeah.
One trip.
Yeah.
Game over.
Smashing bags in the hallway. on the way through.
Bruising the fruit.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you go and do that. Now, I feel like a sane person in their life, in terms of how they operate, I can probably only speak for my mind, but I think this is just how my mind works. So a sane person would go, I'm going to go out to the car, and if the bags represent my daily activities or what I'm capable of achieving, right? You do bulk trips. You know,
Oh, yeah, okay, going back and
over the
forth,
course
right.
of the week.
Yeah.
You know, let's say you go out there, you take two bags at a time, right?
Just focus on what's in front of you. Just nail this bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You just go and get a couple of bags.
Sure.
You know, the way that I work, and I can generally pull this off up to a point. No matter what is going on in my life, I'll go and grab 10 bags.
Take all the bags.
I'll go and get as many.
Would you ever leave?
Does it sound like we're talking about something
Is
else?
it?
But
Is
yes,
it-
I will go.
Is it against your
I will
nature to go?
I will go and get 10 bags either hand, and it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It just gets to a point where I don't think about it anymore, and I just get in this rhythm of I'm taking 10 bags out of the back of the car at a time every day.
Yeah.
And that's my norm. and I
Sure.
don't think about it. And then it sort of takes having a conversation with someone for me to go, I'm doing too much.
What about someone saying, "Can I take a couple of those bags for you?"
They can't.
Why?
Because they're things that I want to do. They're things that I like doing. It's just that I can't.
yeah, right.
I can't put them down. And I would rather. It's interesting. We were talking about this before in terms of turning off technology. Often that the best thing to do is to turn the technology on and off again.
Sure. Yeah. Whenever something's wrong with
When
the
something's
device.
wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
But that's a pain in the ass
Absolutely.
to turn it on and off again. It's a nuisance.
And I'd say technicians everywhere don't want us knowing that secret because they live a life of just rocking up to people's houses and just going, flick it off, flick it on,
I think it's a
and
pretty
that's
well
$400.
I think it's a pretty well-known secret, apart from you.
The amount of times they've come to my house and just switched it on and off. I'm just going to switch the
you
router off, switch it back on. Bob's your uncle.
You get more airtaskers than anyone else
I know.
in the planet.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And they love me. Whenever
Of
I
course
post a
they love
task,
you.
they must be, I don't know if this is possible on Airtasker, but it's like I've got some sort of thing where you can follow me on Airtasker because whenever I post a task, I've got 47 offers in 5 minutes. Because
They just
people
know.
just can't believe
You've been
it.
gold starred
Right?
as a
It's like-
taskee.
Absolutely. This guy will overpay, and generally speaking, there'll be nothing wrong with the thing that he's talking about.
100%.
You just
100%.
need to linger
One
long
time
enough, and
one time you had a plumber come over because you had a leaky tap.
that's it. Leaky tap. It was leaking all
You
over
thought the
my
drain
wooden-
was leaking.
Yeah, drain leaking because it was dripping out onto
And you
my
couldn't
wooden
figure
bench
out-
top, my vanity.
You couldn't
top.
figure out why there was water there.
That's it. So paid this guy. He came over, and he's doing all the checks and whatnot. And then he was like, "Mate, there's no leak in the tap." And I was like, "Well, there absolutely
There's
has to
water
be.
here.
There's a
There's
leak in
water."
the pipe then or something because there is water getting on the side of the bench here." And he was like, "Are you sure you're not just splashing water out of the sink every time you wash your hands?" And I was like, "Don't be ridiculous." And then I washed my hands in front of him and splashed water out over the side. And I was like, "How much do I owe you?"
$500
And he was
for
big-
splashing water on
and
your
it-
bathroom sink.
And he, as he was leaving, call me anytime. Y'all drop anything to come and do whatever you think is wrong.
Yeah, so unlike you, I don't get a lot of airtaskers. I have a strong sense of independence around these things, and that's because I like doing them. But as I was saying before, it's like turning off technology. So turning off technology, is the best thing to do when the technology is not working.
Yeah.
But it's also the most annoying thing to do.
'Cause
You've
it
got to
takes
shut
time.
everything down.
Yeah.
You got to shut everything down,
Yeah.
and then you got to restart everything. And
You have to stop. You literally have
So
to.
it's the same. If I can go back to your mum with the supermarket bags analogy, it's like I've got 10 bags in either hand, and I'm halfway to the house. Take yourself back to that moment. The idea of putting those bags down before you get to the kitchen bench, you're just not doing it.
Yeah.
You run.
Of
You
course.
sprint.
Yeah.
You get chafe all over your hands
Yeah.
before you even think about putting those bags down.
Yeah, it's
Because you
true.
just want to get it done.
You can even feel, sometimes when you've taken too many plastic bags or your mum has loaded a particular plastic bag too heavy, you can feel the plastic
Yeah,
stretching.
you
You know that
stretch it.
moment where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's stretching,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
rip, it's
But
going to
you
rip,
run.
it's going to rip, and you just go. You're just
Rather
like,
than stopping,
hell no, there's no way I'm stopping.
Yeah.
Because the idea in my head is if I stop now, the bag will definitely break. I think I just need to run to the bench.
yeah, exactly right. So you get scared of, and I think this is actually kind of like a definition of burnout. Really, is when the idea of stopping seems scarier than the idea of continuing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because
Yeah.
it's like you don't know what you get so addicted to taking the same load from the car every day, but that begins to define you
Yeah, sure.
that you forget what it's like outside of that.
So what happens in your head when you leave the bags in the car? So what's going on there? So you, as you said, you like to
Yeah.
get all the bags.
Yeah.
If we keep going with the analogy of the bags in the car,
Yeah, sorry, my dog is just being a pain in the ass. Stevie, fuck off.
yeah, fair.
Stevie,
That's fair.
Stevie, look at me. Fuck off. Bed. Oi, oi, oi. Nah, she's just ignoring me. Fair enough.
Dad's in the middle of a bag analogy. Let him be.
Oh, the best analogy I've ever had.
Bags
Not
in
sure
the
what-
car.
I'm not sure what the lesson is.
The lesson is just get
She
some
just
goddamn independence. Stevie, go and get some
Yeah.
bags out of the car. Do you have any bags,
She's a
Stevie?
dog. She's a dog.
Yeah, she can learn to do some bags. Anyway,
Yeah.
What's going on in your head when the bags are left in the car? Like, why? What's so scary for you when the bags aren't being lifted? Is it that when you're not busy, that your mind goes other places, which you think is going to be worse? Is it?
Good question. Good question. I think it's more that I'm not worthwhile if I'm not carrying bags.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
So I think that
That's tough.
it is. It's really hard. I conflate, which is a very fancy way of saying I mix up. I mix up to the point where I actually don't even know what they are anymore, what I need to do and what I want to do.
Oh, yeah, I've heard you talk about that before.
It is like a need and want for me are really, really tricky things. So most people, I feel, can kind of go about the world and they'll wake up and they'll go, this is what I want to do.
Sure.
I want to go and do this. I want to go and do that. I want to go and do this. For me, I can get halfway through something, or 3/4 of the way through something, and not realize until 3/4 of the way through that I didn't actually want to do it.
Oh, really?
That I felt like
it was a need.
That I felt like I needed to do it.
Yeah,
And that is just that's just a response to, or a hangover or a lag effect of being a kid and feeling like I needed to be a certain way in order to get loved.
Yeah, right.
So
sure.
So that's why the
Yeah.
needs and the wants get conflated, is because you know that if you do this thing that you need to do, people are going to love you for it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's why.
Then you'll love yourself.
Then you love yourself.
You'll like yourself more.
So it feels like you want to do it.
Yeah.
But then, so basically yesterday, I run out of credit in terms of like what I need to do. So I just go like, I can't go to work today. I feel like I need to go to work today.
Yeah,
like I
of
feel like
course.
I need to go to work today.
Of course.
But I can't. Like I can't. I physically can't. So it actually just gets to a point where physiologically I shut down. My brain just goes. It's a little power saver switch.
Yeah.
And I just wake up and I go, oh shit, I'm operating at half speed today.
Yeah. So do you need to do something first? Like, do you need to like go and make the coffee and like?
Yeah, I'll just be in the middle of a conversation. I'll just like, just the first thing I'll have to do. Like, I'll just wake up and be like, and then it's not start the day, and then there'll just be one thing that I need to do. That I'll be like, I can't do that. I physically. So a lot of people that get depressed talk about like not being able to get out of bed.
Sure.
So you have like that physiological immobility where you're like, oh, I can't move.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. That is, doing something that I don't want to do now is so repulsive to me that I physically cannot move. It's like that connection between your mind and your body is just on full display.
It's the first time I saw you depressed. You couldn't get off your bed.
I couldn't get off my bed.
I didn't get it.
No, you tried to tell me a story
whoa.
about the time that you were at primary school and you had a pimple on your bum.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to relate.
Which I found very funny, which did help me a little bit.
Yeah, if you can get a giggle out of someone who's in a bout or an episode.
having a bout.
Having a little bout.
Having
you're
13
having a
rounds
bout.
with depression.
Yeah, give you a bit of a giggle.
So I think this kind of ties into what the question of today is about, which is
Oh, look at you do what you do. You're back at 100%.
that's right. I had the day off. I turned the power off and turned it back on again. I think that this gets into the interesting part about this for most people listening, because this is just me kind of talking about myself. But I think in general, even if you're depressed or you're not depressed, the more interesting question here for I think most people listening is, why is sending the message hard? Why is it that I'm not coming to work today is really difficult?
Oh,
why
yeah.
that for me is also really interesting. And I think it speaks again to that wants and needs conversation that I was talking about before.
Yeah, I would struggle personally writing that message because...
Well, you do struggle. You had fucking open eye surgery and you rocked up looking like
true story.
the Mask of Zorro.
That's a true story.
And you had to get someone literally walk you into the studio holding your hand to the microphone.
Yeah, that's very true. That was outrageous. That was completely outrageous.
That was completely outrageous. You had your eyelids flipped open 3 hours before then. You had a general anaesthetic.
Yeah.
And you rocked up to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And we interviewed Hanson. The following day in person, and they were like, "What's with Cyclops over there? He had eye surgery yesterday. Don't worry about him." But yeah, I definitely do struggle
You're
with
looking
it.
like Neo in part 3 of The Matrix.
And
you
I-
know when he's
Yeah.
just flying through the Sentinels
Yeah.
with the hand out?
Yeah.
That was the shittest movie.
Sorry.
Sorry, not as shit as the latest one, which is a joke. But I wouldn't even consider
Oh,
that a
the
movie.
latest one was a money
I
grab.
wouldn't consider that a movie.
Just remove that from Matrix history.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's a giant advertisement.
Absolutely. But sorry, back on the I struggle to take a day off. I still feel like I think I've got a little bit better at it, only a little bit. But it's like I find myself saying to someone, so I'll say to you, like, I'll be like, "Oh, mate, I can't feel the left side of my body, and I've got the biggest headache I've ever got in the world. But I should be right." And it's like I'm wanting someone to say, "No, you can't."
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
it's like I need someone to go like, no, you need to go home. Like, it's like
You'll never offer that yourself.
I can't be the one to say I'm going to take the day.
Yes.
It's just like I'll just be like, I'm always going to want to come in.
Yeah.
But it will, I don't know, for me, it's just very hard to get to that place where it's like, I've made the decision. Because for me, stems back to just like, it's kind of similar to you in a way. It's just like, if I ever can't do the thing that I'm saying I'm going to do, then I'll go down a spiral
Your
of
self-worth,
self-loathing.
your
It's just
self-worth is attached to what you can achieve. Because, I mean, like, another example, you had a time when your grandma died.
Yeah, true story. It's
Like
2 hours.
15 minutes before the show.
Oh, they've exaggerated slightly, but it's
Have I?
about an hour.
We're on a podcast. man, can't we?
Sorry, 2 minutes before we're on air. I get the message. No, about
The opener's playing. Yeah.
No, but it's about an hour before the show started. I got
Yeah.
a call from my mum, and she informed me that grandma had passed.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to like take myself back there. And I remember like there was like 10 seconds of feel,
Yeah.
and then like switch that off,
Yeah.
put that somewhere else,
Yeah.
and then like walked back in and was like, A, I'm not going to tell anyone what's just happened.
Yeah.
And B, let's do a radio show.
Oh, yeah.
And just like, and then it took, I think, so it was either you or our EP at the time, just all it takes sometimes is like, are you all right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, shit, they've seen a chink in the armor. I've obviously shown something. Could be the tears streaming down my face. And then it's hard to answer that question without going like, well, clearly no.
Yeah.
And then, but again, same thing. I was told to leave. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave. It
Yeah.
was you go home.
Yeah.
And the rabbit hole gets a little bit deeper in that. I then went to my family home.
Yeah.
And I think this is where it all comes from.
Yeah.
Is then my mum was just like, and my mum she's just very tough. She's stoic as all hell.
Yeah,
And like she is, I guess she is imprinted on me in a way. And there's so much positive from this as well.
Yeah.
That like, suck it up, push on.
Yeah, and she would
kind
have
of thing.
learned, when she was younger as well, that
100%.
if you work, you do well,
100%.
you're loved, you're safe.
100%.
This is why, so she says to you,
I got home and
Yeah.
she was just like, what are you doing here?
yeah, crazy.
And it was like,
Was it her mum that had died?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I remember being like, oh, well, I'm here because, grandma's just
yeah.
hard. Isn't your show starting soon? And I was like, oh, no. I've decided to not do.
I'm here for you, actually.
I've decided not to
Your
do.
mum's just died.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
and she was, well, what'd you do that for?
That's mad.
And I was like, yeah, okay. And then it's funny, then that for me, and this is not, as you just said, this isn't anything wrong with her. It's obviously
Yeah.
just the way that she's been raised as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that generation and whatnot. But it's
yeah.
funny, then my mind goes to like, yeah, why did I take the day off? Because on the other side, you're like, why have I built up in my head this, and this is where work gets interested in particular. It's like, why
Yeah.
have I built up this priority of work as
Yeah,
well?
that's right.
And let's be like we're talking about one show here.
Yeah.
We're talking about the comparison of a grandmother who has been a loving figure in my
your whole life. Yeah.
and one radio show which I do 5 times a week, and it happens
still-
5 times, and still,
yeah.
in my mind, it is so hard to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's more important for you, or it's going to be
Yeah.
better for you just to take the day and like
Yeah.
grieve that,
Yeah.
and not have any of the guilt around. Yeah, but I didn't do work.
Yeah.
or I
That's
took
right.
work off.
It's terrifying that the only legitimate excuse that anyone can have for not going to work is a funeral. So it's not even the person that it's not even the day the person dies or the day after the person dies. It's the funeral.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, well, you've got a commitment there.
That's right.
You've got a social commitment there. It's expected that you're there.
Yeah.
Or a wedding.
Yeah, wedding's the other one. Yeah.
Where, again, so like, actually, if I follow that thought train, so like, you find out that two of your best friends are engaged and they go to you, can you come over to our place? We just got engaged half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, emotionally, that is arguably a bigger moment than the wedding that they plan in a year's time for 150 people.
Yeah.
But you're never taking that afternoon off.
No way.
The moment that someone dies, you might find out mid-afternoon, oh, that's awful, but I've got to get through a couple of meetings.
Yeah.
The funeral, though.
I'll see you tonight.
Have the day.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I find, and you feel like you're letting people down, and you feel like it's all these things. But the irony, and I think that thankfully I've learnt this through numerous heavyweight bouts with depression, is that...
There you go, bouts. Nice.
Yeah, that was for you.
Yeah, good.
A little cookie for you.
Good. That'll pick up after this, I reckon.
I reckon it could. I've found that if I don't listen to how I'm feeling, if I don't listen to myself when I'm going, dude, you've got 10 shopping bags in either hand, the bags are breaking.
Oh, yeah.
You're not even halfway to the house. If I don't listen to that, well, we all know what happens there.
Yeah.
The bag splits, the milk hits the ground, and it's that's when it's a real cleanup. That's when the cleanup is tenfold.
Yeah,
as
so
opposed
true.
to just put the bags down for a sec. Just for a second.
Yeah.
Even if it's the hardest thing in the world, even if people will understand. People will fully understand if you need to take time for yourself. And that's the other beautiful thing that I've discovered is that if I tell anyone now, like, I can't come to this, I'm not drinking at the moment, I need some time to myself, the potential for them to do the same thing with me just means that their relationship's better with me. Because there's this understanding of like, oh, you're allowing me to take time for myself, so I'm allowing you to take time for yourself.
Yes.
And then it's like it's the greatest gift you can give someone in the whole world is I forgive you for not being the person that you feel like you need to be today. Go and do whatever you need to do. That you can't love people any more than when they let you do that.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
So nice.
Yeah.
Whether it's your boss or and the other side of that is if you're in a situation where people aren't letting you take the time off work. I think I've told you this before. There was some crazy stat where like, this is going to be an exaggeration, but
do it.
Like 80% of people in Japan dreamed about murdering their boss. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that was in response.
80%.
Well, that's probably an exaggeration.
Oh, sorry.
It's over 50, though. Right. It's over 50.
So
okay.
Exaggerating's good, though, isn't it?
Is
like
good.
it works. Like 80%
I mean,
is
sky's the limit.
high.
I mean, fucking hell. Once you get into exaggeration territory, mate.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Who's going to know?
Let's just roll with 95. 95%.
95% of Japanese people want to kill their boss.
Unbelievable.
And it wasn't
78%
just, it wasn't just had a dream. It was like they'd actually thought about how they were going to do it.
Oh, as in like specifically?
Yeah.
Did they mention in the study how they do it? Because I'm not morose, but like I'm kind of curious. I'm curious as to how they all would have gone about it.
No, I don't think we need to
Didn't go into that?
Why? I don't think we need to get into it.
But did they get creative? Like, was there a bit of
death by 1,000 paper cuts?
Right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I'm gonna have the dream,
yeah,
I'd want to. You'd want to go about it in a fun way. I'm not saying I have that dream, and I'm not a violent person.
It's sounding increasingly like you've had that dream.
No, I clearly haven't because I don't know the method. Right?
Yeah.
You only get to methodology.
Yeah.
If you've had the dream, and I would just hope if I'm going to have that dream, all I'm saying is I would just hope that I went about it in a bit of a left of center way.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just clean cut, easy.
Is that right? Boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
But I'm not killing them for fun. That's when it gets a bit sick.
Oh, well, no, it's not
killing
fun.
it.
I'm
Sounds like
trying
it.
to inject fun.
You're making it
I'm
sound like it.
accepting that it's not a
You are
fun
making
thing.
it sound like
I'm
you
just trying to
sound-
inject a little bit of fun
Yeah,
into
but that
it.
sounds sick. As soon as you
Trying to
bring
inject a
fun
little
and
bit of fun
killing together, that's when it starts getting really
Yeah,
sick.
I can say that now. I can say that.
You know,
I can
that's
say
when it gets really sick.
Yeah, right.
When they start
flipped
when
it
they
on
start playing with their victims, you know.
I don't know, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Does
like
sound a little bit
I'm
like that.
using an example from.
All right, chill out, Buffalo Bill.
No,
The reason I
do,
brought
but
up
I'm okay
Japanese
with it.
people wanting to kill their
Yes,
boss
yes.
is because when it goes the other way, so after the earthquakes in Osaka, which was a few years ago, which is some of the most like horrific earthquakes we've ever seen, right? So like we're talking like whole buses getting subsumed by the road,
Bloody hell.
like entire villages going down. Like it was really full on, right? And a lot. I think the earthquake happened sometime in the early morning, right?
Yeah.
You know, sort of when earthquakes always come, I imagine.
Yeah.
There's never been an earthquake in the middle of the day, has there? It's always been like, middle of the night earthquake.
Yeah.
I imagine. I haven't lived in an earthquake.
So you
territory,
can't
but it feels like
so you
that sort of
can't
thing. You know, it's
prepare.
like, you know, in a ninja movie, they always raid at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
They're
that
never-
makes sense, though.
They're never coming at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. the
Everyone's
invading army.
alerted too. Everyone's
No, I
alerted
know, I
too.
get that, but I feel like everything kind of happens then as well, doesn't it? It would just be nice, I
so
think.
actually, to that point, if I was an invader,
Yeah.
everyone's expecting the early morning raid. So first
Oh,
off,
you reckon it's a double bluff?
well, first off, as a defense
Strike
tactic,
strike
I'm always
at
like,
noon.
boys,
Strike at noon.
we wake up at 2 and start defending because if they're gonna raid, they're gonna do the early morning
2
raid.
a.m. you mean?
Right,
What
yeah,
if they
like-
strike at 11 p.m.?
Exactly. So that's the surprise. So I think if I was an invader,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
because we know that any invasion happens early in the morning,
Yeah.
it's a shock to me that people defending their castles weren't like, just get up earlier.
I think they had 24-hour sentries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're
but
already
yeah,
across.
You've got
this.
someone on the wall. Yeah.
But I'm saying,
You
like,
know, 'cause
all my
you don't play a
guys.
guessing game. Like we're playing for sheep stations here.
Yeah, I
You know,
get it.
You're not going like, I reckon they're going to invade between 2 and 5. Like,
But all my guys
you're
are still
not-
in bed.
You're betting with your family's lives. Like if those guys
Yeah, I
get
get
in
it.
there, they're literally gonna rape and pillage the entire
get that.
place,
I
right?
get
So
that.
you want to protect yourself against that
Yeah.
24/7. I reckon.
So my question is, though, when
You're
am
having
I...
a guy on the wall between 11 and 2 because you're pretty sure that's when they're going to invade? It is.
They do.
Yeah,
They
that's
already
your
do
job.
that. Okay, so when are my troops sleeping, though? That's my main thing. Because at the moment, like, if my troops are trying
No,
to do
they're
it 9
sleeping at night.
p.m.
They're sleeping at night.
Nah, see, I reckon I'm going to be
You're
I'll be a
day
shift
like,
worker
like
guy.
nocturnal sleep.
Yeah, I'd be like, half my troops, you guys are sleeping during the day, you
That's
guys are on
clever.
night shift, you guys are on... Because, again, in all the movies, it's always like, oh, bugger, we've got invaded
Middle
and
of
half
the night.
my
They're asleep.
My guys are asleep
There's always
again.
someone ringing the bell, being like, "That
Wake up,
reason
wake
I brought
up. Put your
Japanese
jocks
people wanting
on.
to
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
us."
I don't know, shower. No time for
Yeah,
a
I think
shower.
you're sleeping.
Put your armor on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I imagine that's a bit of it. Like, do you brush your teeth before battle? That's a question. Because, you know, like, if I'm in a situation where, like, I
I'm
sleep
not
through my
brushing my
alarm
teeth
and I
before
go,
battle.
oh my God, I've got a flight to catch in, like, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm still brushing my teeth. I just would feel dirty.
Yeah.
So
So before
what
you
I'm
kill
saying
someone,
is, I would just be like, if I had this
back
moment...
in Buffalo Bill territory.
No, we're
aren't we?
not. We're in wartime.
Before you walk out there with your mace and start slewing into people's guts,
I'm
you want to
saying-
have clean teeth.
I just say to
That's
my
a great
general,
ad for Colgate.
I'd say, buddy, because you know how when you start your day and you haven't brushed your teeth,
Yeah.
you feel all furry.
You do better killing with clean teeth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'd say to
probably
the
would.
general.
You feel ready, but I mean, there's maybe just a
probably wanna
general
shower too.
comment on people's happiness at that stage as well, and maybe this will tie back into. I don't know. Jeez, I can't believe I've bloody done it.
again.
But
How? I don't know how you're doing it.
what, they're bringing it back?
Yeah. We're talking about brushing your teeth before battle.
Yeah.
How are you going to bring this back to having a day off?
Okay, so in terms of the day off that I had yesterday,
Yeah.
brushing my teeth, for example, is one shopping bag that I'm putting on my hand,
Yeah.
right? And if you include on top of that everything else that I feel like I need to do in order to get ready for the day.
Did you not brush your
Exercise.
teeth yesterday? Is that what you're trying
Yeah,
to say?
call me out. But like, you know, there's exercise in there, there's writing in there, there's music
Sure.
production in there. We're doing some new stuff with this podcast. I mean, there's a slew of things. You know, Sam and I think about getting married. There's just like there's so many things that are going on in my life right now that I don't feel like I can approach the day unless I've ticked all those things off.
Sure.
Right. Whereas that's because I make time to do those things, and I don't feel like I'm right for the day unless I've ticked off a certain number of things.
Oh, yeah,
right.
sure.
Whereas back in the day, I feel as if, and this is a general comment on happiness in general. I know Yuval Noah Harari talks about this in his book *Sapiens*. Right? He says there's absolutely, unfortunately, no matter all of our evidence, no matter all of our attempts at trying to, no matter how many fish oil or omega-3 calcium pills you are taking in the morning, there is no clear evidence to show, despite all our resources, that someone today is any happier than a potato farmer in the famine in the 1500s.
100%.
There is nothing. There is no piece of it. Don't you find that amazing?
Worse. Would be way worse
don't you
now.
find that amazing though? There's been 600, like literally as many years as we've been on the planet. Let's say 2,000 years, right? Let's just go back to Jesus or whatever the hell that was. This person he still gets up out of the morning. He goes, I haven't had a chance to brush my teeth. I don't know where my children are because I've got 3 children across 3 different,
This is the
towns.
soldier. We're talking about
this is the soldier.
Yeah.
I'm currently getting invaded.
Yeah.
My boss has got us sleeping on some sort of weird nocturnal shift round.
Yeah,
I haven't
sure.
had a proper meal in probably 2 days.
Yeah.
I've probably got scabies. I've probably got some sort of form of dysentery. I probably haven't got clean hair. I've got no nuclear family to rely on. I don't remember who my parents are. But if you sat down and had a chat with that guy and measured his happiness against my happiness yesterday, he's probably happier than me.
Can you imagine the gratitude of someone who is living their life like that? And can you imagine the feeling that they would get if they happen to survive a battle?
That's right.
Like,
That's right. Yeah.
People throw around, live your life like it's the last day on earth, or live like your days are numbered.
Yeah.
There is like such a high percentage chance that your life is going to end.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that once you get past, it would be difficult to get past things like the fear of the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like every single breath,
Would be good.
you wouldn't
Well,
take for granted because you're just
right.
like I'm alive. So sure, I've got all the things that you mentioned before: dysentery, syphilis.
Yeah.
Did you say syphilis?
Well, no, but probably.
Chuck a bit of syphy in there.
I think you'd have a little bit of the sif.
Touch of sif going through the crew.
For sure.
Hands up if you've got the sif. Boom.
Charlie put his hand up. Just generally speaking, syphilis is transferred as an STI, by the way. Just say no.
Let's be honest. If you come into my tent, anything goes.
We're
all away from our families.
Stage.
We're all away from our
families.
families.
Well.
Turn the light off. There isn't a light in the tent.
Snuff your candles out.
Extinguish your torch.
Extinguish your torch.
Okay.
Yeah, put your flame out.
your flame out.
I turn your flame on.
There you go. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Now, you have to
Just
take
covering
that.
off while we've all got syphilis.
You have to take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
somehow back
Yeah.
to why people in Japan.
Yeah.
What happened? The earthquake.
Plan on murdering their bosses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you said you were going to do?
For sure. So I love that you just. That's what we call a hospital pass in sport.
100%. 100%.
Here's what you got to work with. You
do
got
something
someone
with
breathing
that.
down your neck.
You've got your
3
bottom
seconds to go.
Yeah, and you are at effectively group sex in a tent before a battle. Take that.
Syphilis with group sex in a tent.
Take
And
that.
I've got to wind it back to what?
Yeah. You said you would. You
I've
said
got-
you'd take it back to the
what am I winding
earthquakes in
back-
Osaka.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do. But what I do, but I've got to wind it back even further to what are we talking about? Oh, why you find it hard to say that you can't go to work?
Oh, we're taking it right back there.
I reckon.
Okay. Good luck.
So what I was going to say is that on this idea of you're doing hard in your life or hardship in your life and hence having gratitude, I actually saw this really great video on the School of Life the other day, which is Alain de Botton's YouTube channel, where he kind of goes through complex ideas and then breaks them down really simply into a 3-minute YouTube clip.
This might help people if they're looking him up. It's spelled Alan de Button. Confused me for a long time. Anyway,
I think it's Alain, Alain.
Is it?
So it's not even Alan.
I've been Googling Alan de Button.
He's a totally different person.
Well, Alan de
Who's
Button's
a
very
famous
good
shoe
too.
salesman from the 70s. Just, geez, he had some wise words though. So one of this video that he was exploring recently was that there is the irony is that there is a direct correlation between the amount that somebody suffers in their life
Yeah.
and how happy they are.
Yeah.
Which is so strange because you would think that, or I don't know, maybe not how happy they are, but their capacity for gratitude.
Yeah.
Because the more that they get beaten by life, the more that they accept that they don't have control over their life.
Yes.
So they just go like, oh, well, here I am, like, any young 20-year-old kind of like, on the wheel of ambition going like, this is, I'm going to, forge a path for myself and maybe this great, impressive person. And then you have a couple of things taken away from you, like whether it's an injury or you lose a loved one or, your income isn't as good as you previously assumed that it might be. And you just start, the walls, the roads just start shutting off. And whether you're aware of that or not is the difference between whether you're happy or not, because the people that have realized they've got less and less control over their lives are the ones who are ultimately more and more happy, and who are the ones who've got more gratitude because they realize, hey, things aren't really shit right now, which means things are good. Because if it's not really shit, it's good, right? Yeah. And so if I can tie that back into the earthquakes in Osaka, right? So the basically what happened is this earthquake happens, right? So literally the worst thing that could possibly happen to these people, to the point where they don't know, they can't get in touch with anyone. So all the lights are out, all the power's out, they can't get in touch with anyone. And a lot of them reach out to their boss on that day and said to them, hey, I can't come to work today because, well, you take your pick. The road's ripped open. Yeah. My bus has gone through the road. My entire house is under the ground. I can't get in touch with my children. My parents have just died. Take your pick. Like thousands of people died.
Yeah.
And the response from nearly every boss in Japan was, you're due at 9 a.m.
Oh my God.
Right? So you have these people who are going through, the hardest part of their life, which is generating for them, hopefully this idea, like, I need to grieve. I need to go through this.
What about the boss though as well? Like the boss has probably lost family.
Japan's got real issues. Maybe we can touch it in the next podcast. But this idea of pride and shame in Japan is deeply embedded all the way back to the samurai times.
Absolutely. Really? They wouldn't knife someone from behind, but I do it in my game. Bloody oath I do.
So you're talking about finding it hard to tell people that you can't go to work.
Yeah.
In Japan, you can't. You can't say to someone, I don't want to go to work today.
Because they won't receive it well.
They will go, you lose your job.
Yeah.
You lose your job if there's no respect for the individual. It's all about your duty to society as opposed to what is individually that you need. And I think that your happiness, for me anyway, is entirely predicated on this balance between my duty to the people around me and my own individual happiness, and how will I listen to myself. And I often think about the fact that I thought about this Alain de Botton video clip the other day, and this is something I think for a lot of people to think about. I haven't had that in my life yet. I haven't had a significant point of suffering in my life yet.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I haven't had the close relative die. I've had amazing luck in terms of the opportunities that I've been afforded. Sure, I've worked hard, but I believe most of that comes down to luck. And then I'm lucky that I'm in this position, right? So I'm not very good at listening to myself because I don't think I've suffered enough to be able to be sensitive enough to look after myself. So it takes me pushing myself to breaking point.
Right.
To often go, oh, I'm really struggling here.
Yeah,
because I don't think I have a good sense of gratitude, because I don't think that comes naturally to me.
Yeah,
because everything feels still available to me. Everything is worth going after. Everything is worth pushing for.
Life is not suffering. Like, you're not expecting the suffering because you haven't had the suffering.
I'm just not.
Whereas so if something goes wrong or if something doesn't go the right way,
that's my fault.
Well, that's a problem.
That's my fault.
That's bad.
I'm in control of what happens to me.
I will stress about that. I will worry about that because everything is supposed to go a certain way.
And it has gone a certain way for me.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of the time if you meet people, in your office who have experienced tragedy, who have had a child that's died, who have been working the same job but for 15 years but are really, really happy, often you talk to them about taking the day off. They're like, mate, fucking go for it.
Yeah, totally.
Cares?
This isn't a big deal. Why are you worried about that?
What are you worried about?
Why are you stressing about it? So Kate Langbrook's amazing at it.
Yeah, she is.
She had a very ill child for a long time, and amazingly that child made it through. I've forgotten which child's name it is. Apologies if that child is listening right now, or Kate. But I didn't know Kate before this, so I
Yeah.
don't know if there was a huge difference between before Kate's child got really sick and
Yeah.
after. But
Yeah.
the sense that you get from her now is
Yeah.
like this disbelief at the things that people worry about and stress about.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful to be around.
Yeah.
And she's just like, why are you worried,
Why are you worried about that? Yeah.
That's, yeah, like...
And I think that is a privileged thing to be in the position of.
Yeah.
Where we can say to ourselves, why am I worried about that?
Yeah.
But it's a really, why am I worried about that? Put the shopping bags down. Don't go to work today. You haven't brushed your teeth today. We're all talking about this same thing, which is zooming out on your life and reassessing what you're prioritizing.
Yeah,
Reassessing
totally.
what's important.
Yeah.
Realizing that nothing is significant.
Totally.
Realizing
Yeah.
that you're lucky. Realizing that there's gratitude. All of those things are getting at the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's when you're in it, when you've created a routine for yourself, when you're expectant of yourself, when you feel like people are expectant of you, that becomes a huge barrier to you turning the power off and restarting the computer again. You don't feel like that's an option.
Because even the turning the, like, let's just go to the turning the power off analogy. Like, we only ever turn the power off the device when it's not working.
Yeah.
How
Exactly.
about turn the power off when
Before.
everything's working?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Because that's sometimes when I think about the fun, silly stuff that I do. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday I got a foot rub, a haircut, and then I watched Wild Robot with my daughter yesterday afternoon.
Good
It was just
movie.
this unbelievable movie.
Great movie.
The most
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Right?
Yeah,
but I
very
think
good.
about that day and
Yeah.
like I was very conscious of while I was doing these quite
Nice things.
beautiful, leisurely things.
Yeah.
That I wasn't approaching them as the reason you're doing this is because you need this. As in, like, the benefit to come from this truly relaxing day is that you'll be better tomorrow. It's like, no.
This is just good now.
Just do the fun thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't have to have done that fun thing because you're doing it to get yourself better or get
Yeah.
yourself right. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Just do it.
Just do fun.
It's
Do fun.
Maybe this is a good topic to explore for next time, but I remember the first thing that I ever said to any psychologist I ever saw was, I don't understand why I need to play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to. Play is play. Don't make play work.
But I never understood why that was important.
Oh. And even but
Because
even
it wasn't.
but even
'Cause
that
it wasn't
question
on paper.
totally.
It
But,
doesn't make. Why would you do that?
but questioning why it's fun, even if you got an answer there, it's ruined the play because play
Yeah.
is not about answers and play
Yeah.
is not about this
Yeah.
is why it's important. It's like
Yeah.
as soon as you've put importance on it, it's no longer
Yeah.
play. It's
Yeah.
like you've somehow managed to make play work.
Yeah, you're thinking about play the wrong way.
100%.
It's play for the sake of play.
Yeah. It's like when, we play with
Yeah.
our daughters and sometimes you can get caught up being like,
Yeah.
let's just make this play into
Try
like
and
maybe like a
structure it a
learning
bit.
something thing
Yeah,
or like,
yeah,
why don't
yeah.
we play like
And you ruined it.
this? I need to create a game. It's like, no. I'm just going to follow you. And what are we doing?
Yeah.
We've got sticks and I think we're digging. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And so, and the ironic thing about play is that if you don't do it, you'll suffer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it's really sad that if somebody's taking a day off work and they're not physically sick, basically what they're saying is, I need time to play.
Yeah.
I'm doing too much of the other thing.
100%.
Everything is wired towards me achieving something in the moment.
Yeah.
Everything is wired towards me making more money, being a better employee. It's all gain. It's all cause and effect. I'm trying to do something to get something. And today I need to have a day where I don't do that.
Yeah.
And the most rewarding thing about that will be how the person is on the other side. But if you don't let them have that day off work, and if you don't realize that the reason that you're asking for that day off work is just to do that, and that's totally cool, then you will suffer for a very long time.
One of our producers was, she almost didn't take a day off on Monday. She had a day off on Monday.
Yeah.
She was in her kitchen chopping vegetables with her sunglasses on because the light was so sensitive to her because she was getting a migraine.
She had a migraine, yeah.
And she was like, this will be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to continue to wear sunglasses inside
work.
because I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's mad.
And it took someone to go, no,
No, have the day off, mate.
stay home.
And it's sad that it always takes getting to that point. So, yeah, I reckon from this, try and have the day off before you get to the point where you have the moment where you go, I need to have the day off.
Yeah.
Have a day off.
I'd love to know if someone was listening to this maybe on their drive into work and just went, I'm
Nah.
banging a U-turn. I'm going home.
Have the day off.
I'm having the day
No
off.
one gives a shit.
Let's just do it, guys. Let's just unite. Let's all... You can't really look at the car next to you. The chances that the car next to you is also listening to this podcast at this exact moment is so low.
Yeah.
Has it a chance? Have a look over at the car across and be like, just mouth day off.
Day off.
Beach, you and me. That'd be weird. Beach, you and me.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Enjoy your day off, everyone.